Okay, let's take a look at page 37. Other irregular plurals and collective nouns. So on page 36, we looked at irregular plurals, which were when the nouns were changed to a plural noun. You didn't just add s or es. We changed something on the word. Okay, like tooth and teeth. Teeth is an irregular plural. First thing I want you to do is write your name at the top of your paper. And then follow along with the instructions as I read it aloud. Some nouns have irregular plurals that do not follow regular plural rules. Irregular plurals may involve changing the F to a V and adding ES in words that end with F or FE. Changing a middle vowel sound and spelling and using different endings. We talked about this with words like half, HALF, changes it on a plural, F changes to V, and we add ES. In addition, irregular plurals may involve making no change to a word, such as dear, dear, or using a completely new word altogether. One person or multiple people. Person and people changes the word. Collective nouns are words that name groups of people, places, or things, such as class or army. I wouldn't say the class is playing on the playground if it was just one student. I would say the class is playing on the playground when you're all out there. Does that make sense? So under part A, we're going to read each sentence and decide whether the underlined noun is singular or plural, and write our answer on the line. Moose are beautiful but shy creatures. Is that singular or plural? If you think singular, raise your hand. Oh, we're all thinking plural in our class, and you guys are correct. And I know that you're right because creatures has an S on the end. So it's talking about the moose are the creatures, and the creatures have an S. So I know the moose has to be plural too. So we're going to write plural. Number 2, how many shrimp come in one bag? If you think shrimp is singular, raise your hand. If you think it is plural, raise your hand. We are all thinking it is plural. You are correct. We wouldn't have one shrimp in a bag because it wants to know how many. So we know there are more than one. Number 3, I watched the sheep shake its head back and forth. What's my clue here? Raise your hand if you can tell me the clue here. What clue did you come up with?
It's not there. It's instead.
Yeah, so when it's talking about shaking the head, it says, watch the sheep shake its head. Its is our clue. And it doesn't say their head back and forth. If it said their, it would be more than one. But it says it, so we know that it is singular. The mice ran quickly into the hole in the wall. What do you think?
No.
Raise your hand if you think plural. Raise your hand if you think singular. If you thought plural, you are correct, because if it was singular, it would have said the mouse. It says the mice, so it has to be plural. Number 5, slowly the lonely buffalo moved across the grassy plains. If you think singular, raise your hand. If you think plural, raise your hand. So it says lonely buffalo, so if you raised your hand singular, you are correct. Part B says read each sentence and circle the collective nouns and write it on the line provided. Remember, collective nouns are words that name people, places, or things such as class or army. Groups of people, places, or things. Number 6, the band is having a winter concert next month. Everyone? Band is correct. So it says circle it and write it on the line. Number 7, I saw the herd of horses down in the valley. Everyone? Herd is correct. Number 8, do you know when the jury will come to a decision? Everyone? Jury. Okay, I'm going to pause the video, or you can pause the video and double check your answers and make sure your name is at the top.